the FDA just approved a brand new one called Zohydro, a version of OxyContin. The extra horrible thing about this one is that unlike other legal versions of heroin that millions of Americans are already strung out on, this one isn't designed to deter abuse.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in
So today let's address the super silent, scary killer drug, Zohydro. Should we be scared? Now, before we get into what Zohydro is and whether it's even good or bad, I want us to remember to think critically and to be wary of simple narratives. Often life is complex, and the better we can think critically about these complex issues, the better we can be as informed citizens. In the media, we see a lot of sensationalized, simple narratives preying on our fears, but that's mainly just to create traffic and to get higher views. So what is Zohydro? It's a new hydrocodone pill made by the pharmaceutical company Zogynex. Hydrocodone is a generic painkiller pill, but other companies manufacture it under the terms Norco, Vicodin. The only difference is this one will have no active ingredients. You see, hydrocodone up until now has been formulated with acetaminophen, Tylenol, and it's there to deter abuse. What Zogynex is doing is removing the acetaminophen and upping the hydrocodone dose in each pill. I can't get an exact source, but most pills usually come in 5 to 10 milligrams, and it looks like they'll be upping it to 50 or 60 milligrams per pill. This sounds bad, right? They're upping the dosage and only making it more available and easy to abuse. Why would they do that? Insert all they care about is our money, which is probably true, but that's a different discussion. So is Zogynex just making it easier to abuse these painkillers? Well, it's a little more complex than that. You see, people are dying. The CDC reports over 70,000 people are sent to the ER every year with acetaminophen overdose, and 38,000 of those are hospitalized with acute liver failure. What they don't tell you on Tylenol labels, well, they do now, but acetaminophen at slightly above therapeutic doses is highly toxic to the liver. So when you see people on TV saying, well, when they drink a beer and they take this amount of hydrocodone, they could die, well, the way current medicine is made right now, people living with chronic pain already are skeeching the line when they drink a beer or have some alcohol while they're taking their pain medication due to the acetaminophen. So what Zohydro really is an attempt to ease up on all those acetaminophen overdoses that happen every year. And it should allow someone in pain to treat their symptoms acutely without having to worry about ruining their liver. So, but what about the deterrent? It's the acetaminophen that prevents people from taking multiple doses and abusing it, right? Let's stop a moment. Think. If heroin was suddenly legal in every store tomorrow, would you go out to Walmart and start a heroin habit? No, neither would I. So how many addicts do you think are going to stop abusing a certain drug just because there's some Tylenol in it? Not many. And in fact, they do just that. Abuse it anyway. Because hydrocodone is soluble in water and acetaminophen is not. And currently, with the acetaminophen hydrocodone combination, all you need is a coffee filter, a rubber band, and some water to remove as much acetaminophen as you want from as many pills as you want. And for those of you who will leave comments saying, he's teaching people how to abuse drugs, it's not just me. Any Google search will teach you how to do this. It's called a basic cold water extraction. So back to business. All the current hydrocodone acetaminophen combination is doing is maiming uninformed, honest people. Zogynex recognizes this. So I guess the natural question is Zogynex helping society? Or is it hurting it? Because as we know, lots of people die from acetaminophen overdoses. But there's also a big opioid addiction epidemic. And I don't have the answer. 15,000 people die of prescription overdoses every year. And granted, those all aren't painkillers, but is it okay to keep manufacturing pills that we know may contribute to this problem? Or should we take the utilitarian approach and say the decrease in acetaminophen overdoses outweigh the smaller increase in prescription abuse? These are all tough, interesting questions to think about, but calling something scary and just saying it's a killer doesn't get us anywhere. As always, links in the description.